Okay, are you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
I can
boss.
see us.
Yes.
Clear.
Okay. So I said what liquidity is basically the trap we talked about in our market structure. Remember, this is what our market structure looks like. And we see price must always come and take out where our C before dumping. So our C being our inducement and trap, is actually the main target of any trading range to be taken out before a continuation. So in the video I posted, I told you guys we have what 4 types of liquidity. I basically make use of trade always. I I drop the order flow liquidity because it has a lesser chance of occurring. It happens once in a while, but when it happens, I pay attention to it to see what it gives. But for now, I trade basically my transactional liquidity, structural liquidity, and inducement liquidity. So for the first one, transactional liquidity. Paul, what's your so transactional liquidity is basically the quasi-model, your QM. The QM is what is called transactional liquidity. The type of liquidity that occurs when we have a sweep of previous high. Just for a bearish example, a sweep of previous high and break of market structure. So the type of liquidity that occurs when price sweeps a high and break a market structure is the transactional liquidity. A transaction has occurred between both buyers and sellers. We had a sweep and a break, taking out liquidity on both ends, both above and below. Are you guys getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, boss.
Okay. So
Yes, we are understanding.
okay. So that is that about the transactional liquidity. This is a bullish example of transactional liquidity. Your Quasimodo itself, liquidity that occurs when a Quasimodo is created is what we regard to as the transactional liquidity. So this is a bullish example of the transactional liquidity. This is just to give you a definition to things that happen on the chart. This defines your market structure. I don't know if you're getting me. This is not something new. This is just a definition to your market structure. You always hear me say structure and liquidity. They work hand in hand together. You need to have a good understanding of your liquidity and your structure to have a good setup. Is there any question about the transactional liquidity before we move on to structural and inducement liquidity?
No, sir. It's clear.
It's clear.
It's clear, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clear.
On Paul and Raoul, any question?
Super clear, sir.
Okay. So moving on to the next type of liquidity, our structural liquidity.
It's SQL.
This is also regarded to as SOK. So your structural liquidity in your trading range, your inducement or trap, which is meant to be taken out, is what is regarded to as structural liquidity or SLK. SLK is just an abbreviation for it. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
In your
sir.
trading range,
Yes, sir.
your inducement or your trap, which is meant to be taken out, is what we regard to as what? The structural liquidity. That's okay, short. So now, we might be wondering why is this called the structural liquidity? When we get to inducement, it's actually going to be more confusing. You say why is the liquidity above not called inducement? The structural liquidity is called structural liquidity because the structure itself, the market structure, this structure, your trading range from this guy, the top here, that's your swing structure. This is the liquidity the structure provides to be taken out for a continuation. That's why we regard this guy so as a structural liquidity. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this actually a very example. Same thing goes for foolish. This guy here, that's okay. You can see after price takes out our SOQ, what do we have? We have a major rejection back to where the upside. So this is that our structural liquidity. Soon about this guy, before we move on. Any question on this guy before we move on to the next one?
No question, sir.
On the structural liquidity, boss,
Yeah.
that's where, you know, my issue is because I'm asking if this structural liquidity now, because this whole model, sometimes if I do back test, I see the whole model on a structural liquidity. So that's where my confusion is. What do you do in that kind of scenario? Like this whole model now, you see it on the structural liquidity. What would you do?
On the structural liquidity, a higher time frame structural.
Hello, boss.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah. That's my question. Like if you see that kind of scenario, what would you do?
Okay, so price reacting to a structural liquidity on a higher time frame.
Yes, on a higher time frame, even at on a lower time frame, like 1 hour, 30 minutes, I still see. In fact, the picture I sent to you on Telegram is regard with this whole structural liquidity thing, because on my structural liquidity, I had to go on a lower time frame, like 15 minutes. Then on 15 minutes, I was seeing that my structural liquidity on the higher time frame of 1 hour had this model. So I was just confused. So yes.
Okay, so this is where we it takes us to a directional bias. So for directional bias, we make use of sweep of structural liquidity on higher time frame and scale down to our lower time frame to look for trading setup, and we bank on it. Same 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 thing goes for your lower time frame. If you understand the concept of inducement and trap, your inducements for your trading range, for your strong PUI, for your main low or your main high, the inducement or trap is just what is called the structural liquidity. Are you getting me?
Yes, boss. Yes.
Yeah, it's just the trap or the inducement for the trading range to be valid. So once price takes your structural liquidity, that's when you have a continuation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we'll get to talk about the higher time frame and lower time frame narrative later at the course of our class.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. No problem, boss.
Okay. So I guess that's the only question we'll have. But is there anyone almost to engagement? I would advise you not to just confuse yourself with all these names. These are just liquidities to understand our market structure. So your main high or your strong high is where we mark out as what uh inducement liquidity. So our strong high is where we mark out as what inducement liquidity. And the structural liquidity is serving as what a protection to our inducement liquidity. Is this clear? This is actually not complicated. I think liquidity is one of the simplest topics because if you understand your market structure, liquidity just defines points. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, can I hear you, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
I had to check on something. So this guy here, a strong low. That's in the case of very scenario. A strong low is are inducements, liquidity. And these three guys work hand in hand. The structural, your inducement, and transactional liquidity. They all work hand in hand. This is a market structure. Okay, so just a little piece to check if you are understanding it. So the liquidity that happens here in this sweep and break, your Quasimodo is called what?
Transaction.
Transactional liquidity.
And this line here, what is this liquidity called?
Inducement
Inducement.
liquidity.
Inducement.
And this is called what?
Structural.
SS.
Structural.
Okay, that's cool. Let's show off. So these three guys work the market structure, your Quasimodo market structure. That's your QM, is where you find your transactional liquidity, your inducement, which must what give a break of market structure, is where you find your structural liquidity. So your structural liquidity has to break structure for it to be valid. And your inducement liquidity, which is your strong low or your strong high, which is not meant to be taken with the protection of your structural liquidity or inducement. So price has to come what? Take out your SLQ before moving. That's in a trading range. Mind you, this all has to do what in a trading range. You need to find all these guys in a particular trading range. Once you don't see them, your setup is not valid. No matter how sweet your Quasimodo is, you can't trade only transactional liquidity. We trade with confluence here to give us a better win rate. So far so good about this show liquidity. Hello.
Hello, boss. We can hear you.
Yeah, I said so far so good about this three types of liquidities. Is there any question?
It's very clear to me on my end. Very, very clear.
Okay. Raul is also meant to be clear for you. I don't think you should have.
Very, very, very,
Okay.
very clear. But
Okay. NBA.
Yeah, it's clear now. It's clear.
Okay. That's good. So we move ahead to check chart examples, marking out all those liquidities, and we'll do a little back testing, and we call it a day.
Boss, when you do your back testing, do you usually use the back testing tool, or you do normal like
And
without the back testing?
for now, my trading view is adult, so like myself as expert, but I should be renewing it. So for backtesting without a paid trading view, that's without a premium trading view, it's just for you to go back, check out what price action, check out previous price action and mark out your trading setup. see how they play out, in what market scenario did they play out. Like just try to check out the occurrence of it happening over and over.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
So I'll send a new link because we are actually at the time. So we will just join up and start.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll start this up.